A New Mexico favorite, pianist Olga Kern returns on February 15th to perform with the Santa Fe Symphony, and I'm so happy to have her on the phone right now. Welcome, Olga.
Thank you. It's great. I'm coming back, and it's soon, and I can't wait to work with Guillermo again and be in my favorite area.
And I know you have been a collaborator of Guillermo Figueroa's for a really long time. Can you just remind us how that all began?
Oh yes, it's been a long time. He's a wonderful friend and he's a great musician. I worked with him the first time, if I am not mistaken, maybe more than 20 years ago. It was after me winning Van Cliburn competition, and he invited me for the first time in Puerto Rico with his orchestra then. And since that time, we worked together. He was as a conductor. Also, we worked together as a chamber group. He's a fantastic violinist. So we played together, and I was playing his festival in Durango and also in different places in the United States. So yeah, it's been a long time collaboration.
Well, that must feel really nice when you get to come back again and pick up where it all left off. And on the 15th, you perform music of Rachmaninoff and Haydn. It's a program of such delicacy and power and just different sides of the repertoire. What do you have to do differently to prepare to play Haydn as opposed to Rachmaninoff?
Yes, I think it's a wonderful program, and we actually agreed on it together with Guillermo. I think that it's just really, as you said, it just shows delicacy and then a power. And both concertos I will be playing in the second half. So there will be a very short break in between. So, and because they're so different, to play one concerto after another without really, a proper amount of time, it's not that easy. It's challenging, but I love challenges, and I think it's very exciting for me. We are starting with Haydn the second half, and this concerto is all about refined sounds. It's a beautiful, really full of life and humor concerto. I love this concerto. It's written in a major key, a D major, and it's wonderful for the orchestra to play. It's only for the strings. It's a chamber orchestra, and it's just so, the same time as really filigrane, it's also fiery because it's so much humor in it. So the first and third movements are more humorous than anything else. And of course, you need to have really good finger articulation when you're playing. All that, a little technical passages, back and forth, up and down. But in the second movement, there is a lot of lyrical and actually very interestingly written. It's a quite long movement for Haydn. And there is so many different moments in it, and a beauty which already kind of starting romantic era, believe it or not. There is so many beautiful romantic moments in the second movement, even though we still need to be in a frame of that Baroque classical period, but still already this harmonies, that a beautiful tone of the piano there in that movement. It also just a very special for Haydn. So I always love playing this piece, and you can't miss even one note because it's so clear. And if someone say, "Oh, Haydn is easy," it's not. It's just it needs to be performed in a perfect way, 150% perfect.
That's so interesting that you mentioned almost that shades of romanticism. So we have a piece that sort of foreshadows the Rachmaninoff then that comes after, which is just so beloved, especially the 18th variation. Can you talk about what makes that part of it so special, do you think? What's the magic of it?
The magic of Rachmaninoff Rhapsody on Timbre Paganini in how he transformed that simple A minor Paganini theme to something extraordinary beautiful, like the 18th variation in totally beautiful D flat major key with the harmonies, with the melodic lines and phrasing. in the level that only genius composer could do. And a lot of composers actually did variations and compositions on Paganini's theme. But I think one of the peaks of master composition works is Rachmaninoff's piece, this piece. And for me, it's very special because, of course, everyone knows it and everyone loves it. And it's been, used in movies and some singers were singing it. But for me, I played this piece since early age. And it was my first Rachmaninoff concerto. That's the first piece I played with the orchestra by Rachmaninoff. After that, I learned Rachmaninoff's third when I was 15. But Rhapsody, I play since, believe it or not, since 12 years old. And this piece went with me, with my, life changes and the piece is changing with me together. And I find so many different things and actually very tragic, dramatic points in this composition. It's him talking about life of a person from beginning, birth, till the end, that, and then after life. There is so many philosophical ideas in this piece. There is a lot of short variations, but every variation develops in the way that it comes to the 18th, and then it goes all of from 19th variation. It goes more and more dramatic, more and more rhythmical challenges, more and more faster tempo. It goes until the end of that piece, and he finishes with the question. The end of the piece is a question, it's not an answer. So for me, there is so many more than just playing every variation, which are like really different in a character. Every variation is different. But it's more about philosophical understanding, dramatic point of the composition. And I think that climax, it is 18th variation, but as I said, after 18 is another climax, which is dramatic point of the whole composition. And then we don't know. He just ends it with a question mark. So for me, this piece is one of the most important pieces in his repertoire and his last composition for piano and orchestra. After that, he wrote symphonic dances for the orchestra, which is an incredible piece. And for the solo piano, he wrote another variations, as a Corelli variations, and a theme by Corelli. So he loved the variations. For him, it was in a way easier to express what he wanted because in a short period of time. And Rhapsody by Paganini is not a really long piece, but he puts in every variation so much meaning that it's really one of the hardest pieces by him and one of the masterpieces in the whole, piano repertoire.
That is all so beautiful. I was going to ask you a question that now I realize is so trite because I was going to say when you've performed something so many times and people know it so well, could you ever get tired of it? But it sounds like it's a part of you in a way that you couldn't possibly get tired of.
No, I can't in any possible way be tired of this piece. It always sounds different for me, every time I play. And I think I am in the stage right now that I can say that I think that's the right performance. What I feel like that's the right way of me doing this piece. That's how many years I needed to play this piece until I realized that's the correct way. And actually my audience, every time I play it nowadays, they say, yes, that is like one of the best interpretations. So I'm very proud of this piece and I can't wait to share it with Santa Fe audience.
Well, and I know the Santa Fe Symphony is excited to have you back. The concert is Sunday, February 15th at 4 p.m. at the Lensic, and there's tickets and information at santafesymphony.org. Olga Kern, I cannot wait to see you back here again. Thanks for taking the time to talk to me.
Alexis, thank you so much for having me, and I can't wait to come back to my favorite area. Thank you.